In the heart of a bustling city, nestled between towering skyscrapers, there existed a nondescript apartment building, its faded facade blended into the urban landscape, its interiors a labyrinth of forgotten hallways and aging apartments. She heard it a soft scratching emanating from the walls. At first, she dismissed it as a figment of her imagination, a trick of the old building settling into the night. But the scratching persisted, growing louder and more insistent with each passing night. Desperate for answers, Sarah sought solace in her neighbor, Mrs. Henderson, an elderly woman with a penchant for gossip. Mrs. Henderson's eyes widened at the mention of apartment 404, her lips trembling as she recounted tales of its dark past. Decades ago, a reclusive tenant had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers of malevolent spirits and a lingering sense of dread. Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah delved into the building's archives, tracing the history of apartment 404 through yellowed newspaper clippings and faded photographs. The stories she unearthed spoke of tragedy and loss of tenants, driven mad by unseen forces, of spectral figures lurking in the shadows, and of a room that seemed to defy all attempts at understanding. As Sarah delved deeper into the mysteries of apartment 404, she began to notice subtle changes within herself. Nightmares plagued her sleep, visions of shadowy figures watching her from the periphery of her consciousness. Her once peaceful sanctuary had become a battleground between reason and fear, each night bringing her closer to the brink of madness. One particularly stormy night, Sarah awoke to find herself standing before the door of apartment 404, its presence looming like a specter in the darkness. Driven by an inexplicable compulsion, she turned the key and stepped into the abyss beyond. Inside, the air hung heavy with the scent of decay, furniture draped in cobwebs and dust. The room seemed frozen in time, a relic of a bygone era where secrets whispered and nightmares took root. As Sarah ventured deeper into its depths, she felt a presence watching her, malevolent force that sought to consume her very soul. In the corner of the room, amidst the shadows, Sarah glimpsed a figure, a spectral silhouette that flickered in and out of existence. Its eyes bore into hers, filled with a hunger that chilled her to the core. Panic surged through her veins as she realized the truth. Apartment 404 was not merely haunted, but cursed by an ancient evil that preyed upon the living. With every ounce of strength left within her, Sarah fled from the room, slamming the door shut behind her. She stumbled into the hallway, gasping for breath as the echoes of her own footsteps filled the silence. The building seemed to groan in protest, its walls reverberating with the weight of untold secrets. In the days that followed, Sarah moved out of apartment 404, leaving behind the darkness that had threatened to consume her. She tried to forget the horrors she had witnessed, burying herself in work and the mundane distractions of daily life. Yet, the memory of apartment 404 lingered like a stain upon her soul, a reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead. As time passed, Sarah heard whispers of new tenants moving into apartment 404, drawn by its inexplicable vacancy amidst a bustling city. Each night, as she lay awake in her new apartment, she couldn't help but wonder, would they too fall victim to the malevolent force that lurked within its walls? Or would they uncover the truth behind roommate 404, the true horror story that had haunted her nights? Only time would tell. And so, the legend of apartment 404 continued to grow, its secrets buried deep within the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to unlock its door and unleash the horrors within. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to leave your scary comment and like. Subscribe for more horror stories.